Hi, I'm Emma Sutherland, clinical naturopath, author, mum, and your host. As a naturopath, I see firsthand how financial stress can take a real toll on our physical and our emotional well-being. That's why in this special podcast series, we're exploring the powerful connection between financial health and whole body health. Because true wellness includes your back balance as well. So if you want to improve your financial health, make sure you watch all the way to the end. If you grew up thinking 65 years of age was the finish line for retirement, let me tell you that the goalposts have moved. More Australians are choosing and sometimes needing to work longer. Today, we're unpacking what this means, what's changing, and what this means for your super and how to build a health first plan for a longer working life. Today, we are talking about the changing landscapes of retirement in Australia. A recent media conversation summed it up really neatly. Forget early retirement, the smart move is to work longer. More of us are planning a longer runway to retirement, often blending part-time or flexible work with lifestyle goals. Let's look at what's driving that and how you can keep your body, brain, and bank balance thriving. First, let's take a look at the data. KPMG just did a recent analysis of the Australian Bureau of Statistics Labour Force Survey data, and it showed that the expected retirement age has continued to rise. So in 2024, 2025, it's about 67 for men and 65.3 for women, which is up 2.2 years and 1.1 years respectively since 2014. We're also seeing more over 70-year-olds staying in the workforce. Roughly 1 in 4 men at age 70 are still working, and women's participation in their 70s has nearly doubled over the past decade. Flexible work and the growth of knowledge-based roles are probably the key reasons for this. Now, on the savings side, the data is really interesting. The super system has delivered a step up. The average super account balance has climbed to $172,834, with balances for 65 to 69-year-olds averaging around $421,000. But the gender gap persists, although it is narrowing. Women now hold 43.6% of total super in Australia, up from 41.9% 5 years ago. Put together, I guess we've got more savings in super and more people are working longer, not always full-time, but often in semi-retirement. That blurs the old on-off switch of retirement into more of a glide path where we step down our hours, keep our purpose and our social connection, and top up income alongside those super drawdowns. What does this mean for women between the ages of 35 and 55? If you're really smart, you're going to take note of my insights here because they will make a big difference when it comes to retirement. If you're mid-career in this age group, this isn't just an economic story, it's a health and a lifestyle story. Here are my 3 key insights for women between the ages of 35 and 55. KPMG data highlights the rise of ageless workers. So older Australians staying in roles that leverage their expertise but also give them flexibility. Now that is great news if you're building portable skills now that you can deliver part-time or remotely or as a consultant later. The second insight is the gender gap in super. We still have lower balances on average. This is maternity breaks, pay gaps, part-time work all contribute, but the trajectory is improving. Use the next decade to keep nudging that balance. Third insight, semi-retirement as a health strategy. Many people tell me they don't want to fall off a cliff into retirement. A staged approach can support your cognitive health, your routine, and your social connection, all protective on our health as we age. Lifestyle research in Australia shows targeted exercise, nutrition, sleep, and stress coaching can improve cognition in older adults, which is exactly what you want as you plan to work a little bit longer. You want to stay healthy. Let me give you some practical tips, some health and money moves for a longer retirement runway that's going to make you happy. The first thing is strength. From your mid-40s, preserve your muscle and bone with 2 sessions of resistance training a week alongside regular aerobic activity. This supports your joints, your insulin sensitivity, your posture, and your mobility, making later career work physically a lot easier. Second is train your brain daily. Any regular exercise, even just daily walking or cycling, Pilates, Tai Chi, they all support cognitive function. If you're time poor, remember it's the total weekly volume that matters. Even that weekend warrior pattern can have benefits. Pair movement with other brain healthy habits. Learn something new, stay social, and get enough quality sleep. Then the third tip is around menopause. So menopause support can really help your work stamina. Because if hot flushes, insomnia, brain fog are derailing your work, you need to address them. Nutrition, stress management, naturopathic therapies, talk to your GP. This can all be life-changing. Better symptom control often translate to more consistent hours and less burnout. The next tip is to guard your recovery. Aim for a predictable sleep window and micro recovery during the day. Maybe just do some deep breathing while you're waiting for the kettle to boil. Take a 10-minute walk in your lunch break. Get out in the sunshine in the morning. Small, repeatable habits keep the cortisol or the stress hormone in check and support your focus. The next tip is to look at designing flexible work now. Explore things like compressed weeks or hybrid days or consultancy options before you need them. Think of it as building your future semi-retirement role. The next thing is, especially for us women, keep contributing to your super. Small, regular salary sacrifice amounts compound. If your income varies, consider spouse contributions or co-contributions when eligible. With average balances rising and pension reliance falling, every extra dollar today will give you more choice later. Also, mind the gender gap, ladies, and then aim to close it. If you've had career breaks, schedule a top-up plan each year. You could boost your super contributions when cash flow allows. Definitely review your fees and go for a lower fee fund and look at your investment mix and see if you can get a better return. Make sure you consolidate those old accounts if you've got them. The trend is improving for women, but your super still needs deliberate action. Plan your retirement pathway. Use that KPMG Insight as a prompt. Many Australians now leave full-time work a couple of years before they exit the workforce entirely. Map out your own pathway. How many hours do you want to work? What kind of role? And what's your ideal income? And test it with a 3 or 6 month mini pilot. Don't just stop work. So the story isn't work forever. Is work smarter, for longer, but on your terms. The data shows rising retirement ages and stronger super balances, and the healthiest outcomes come when we align that with also keeping healthy. Begin with 1 or 2 changes this week. Maybe it's a strength session. Maybe it's an extra $100 in your super. Is it maybe a conversation at work about flexibility? Remember, small steps add up to big changes. Thank you so much for being with me today. Don't forget to like this video and hit the subscribe button below.